Srila Prabhupada ki Bhagavad Gita ji is ki. So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, from text 9. 9 and 10. Sanjay is saying, Sanjay Vacha Eva Mukta Rishikesham Gurakesha Parantapa Nadyacha iti Govindam Ukta Tushnim Bhuvaha. Sanjay Vacha, Sanjay said, Evam Das Ukta speaking Rishikesham unto Rishikesh, unto Krishna, the master of the senses. Who speak Gurakesh Arjun, the master of karmic ignorance. Gudaka ish. Gudaka means ignorance or darkness. Ish means controller. Parantapa, param jaktapa, parantapa. Shandhi parantapa, parantapa. M become M. The chastiser of the enemies. Param means supreme. Tap means suffering. You can give supreme suffering to his enemies. Na jatse, I shall not fight. Iti das. Govindam unto Krishna, the giver of pleasure of the senses. Govinda means the giver of pleasure to the senses. Uktva, saying. Tushnim, silent. Babhuva, became ha, certainly. Chandra said, having spoken thus, Arjun, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and feel silent. So when Arjun is giving his argument, accepting his spiritual master, still Krishna is not saying anything. So, having spoken thus, Arjun told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. Dhritarashtra must have been very glad to understand that Arjun was not going to fight and was instead leaving the battlefield for the begging profession. But Sanjay disappointed him again in relating that Arjun was competent to kill his enemies, Parantap. He is telling here Arjun at this Parantap. Although Arjun was, for the time being, overwhelmed with false grief due to family affection, he surrendered unto Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, as a disciple. This indicated that he would soon be free from the false lamentation resulting from family affection and would be enlightened with perfect knowledge of self-realization or Krishna consciousness. Self-realization means people may not digest. Why self-realization means Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada said, self-realization means Krishna consciousness. So self-realization means, who am I? I am soul. And I am the servant of Super Soul. And Super Soul is Krishna. So I should be servant of Krishna. So I should serve Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness. And self-realization also this. So self-realization means Krishna consciousness. And would then surely fight. Thus, Dhritarashtra's joy would be frustrated, since Arjun would be enlightened by Krishna and would fight to the end. So, when Arjun said, I will not fight and become silent, Prabhupada said, must be Dhritarashtra would have very happy. Wow, Arjun is not fighting. That means our victory is sure, assured. Then Here Sanjay is telling, actually Arjun is Gurakesh. He has conquered his ignorance. So temporarily he may be in ignorance, but he'll come out as he is surrendered to Govinda. He is addressing Krishna as Govinda and Rishikesh. That means he wants Krishna should control his senses. Tamo vacho Rishikesha Prahashan Niva Bharata Shenayur Ubhayar Madhye Vishidantam Idam Vacha. Tam, unto him means to Arjun, unto Arjun. Uvacha said, Rishikesha, Krishna, the master of the senses. Prahashan, smiling. Prahashan means slight smiling, like not laughing. The Prahashan means smiling. Eva, like that. Bharata, O Dhritarashtra. Bharata means here Dhritarashtra, the descendant of Bharat. Shenaya Ubhay Madhye. Shenaya Ubhay Madhye. Shenaya of the armies, Ubhaya of the both parties, Madhye between. In between the two armies. Vishidantam idam vacha. Vishidantam. Unto the lamenting Arjun. Idam. Idam vacha. Spoke these words. Idam means these, the following vacha words speak. O descendant of Bharat, Dhritarashtra, Sanjay is saying. At that time, Krishna is smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken and Arjun. Smiling. We saw that Arjun has become a disciple. The talk was going on between intimate friends, namely the Rishikesh and the Gurakesh. So discussion between two persons, one Rishikesh, one Gurakesh. As friends, both of them were on the same level, but one of them voluntarily became a student of the other. Krishna was smiling because a friend has chosen to become a disciple. As Lord of all, he is always in the superior position as the master of everyone. And yet, the Lord agrees to be a friend, a son, or a lover for a devotee who wants him in such a role. But when he was accepted as the master, Krishna at once assumed the role and talked with the disciple Arjun like the master, with gravity, as it is required. Arjun, Krishna took the position of Guru and with gravity he spoke. It appears that the talk between the master and the disciple was openly exchanged in the presence of both armies so that all were benefited. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person, society or community, but they are for all, and friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. Very powerful statement. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person, society or community, but they are for all, and friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. Here Bhagavad Gita, the devotee is also hearing, enemy is also hearing. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Ashochan Anna Shashastam Pragabhadangsha Bhashashe Gatashu Nagatashungsha Nanu Shuchante Pandita. So here Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, first verse. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, starting with O, first letter. Ashachan Anna Shashastam. Ashachan. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Ms. Krishna said, Ashachan, not worthy for lamentation. Shaccha. Shaccha means things for whom we should lament. Ashachan, the things for whom we should not lament. Not worthy of lamentation. Ashachan. But Annashacha, you are lamenting. You are lamenting for something where we should not, that is not worthy for lamentation. Which is not worthy for lamentation, you are lamenting for that. Tom, you. On the other hand, Pragabhadangsha Bhashasya. Pragavad. Pragavad means learned talks. Praggan means learned, Bad means talk. Pragavad. It talks like a learned person. Also, Bhashasya is speaking. तुम पंडित कर रहे भाषण दे रहे हो प्रज्ञावादं च भाषसे वी आर स्पीकिंग लाइक ए पंडित अशोचान you are lamenting for thing who is who should not worthy for lamentation. You are lamenting for that, and at the same time prajnavadam bhashoshi, you are giving the lecture like a learned man. In learned man, what is called learned man? Gatashun or gatashungshu. Gata oshun. Gata means has gone, lost. Oshun means life. Gata oshun means dead. Gata oshun. Oshun means life. So lost life. Gata oshun. That means dead. And agata oshun. Agata oshun means agata not gata, not past. Oshun life. So agata oshun means alive. Gata oshun means dead. Agata oshun means who is not dead. Cha both. Cha also. No anushuchanti pandita. No, never. Anushuchanti, lament pandita. Pandit, the learned person, will not lament for that. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. The Lord at once took the position of the teacher and chastised the student, calling him indirectly a fool. The Lord said, you are talking like a learned man, but you do not know that one who is learned, one who knows what is body and what is soul, does not lament for any stage of the body, neither in the living nor in the dead condition. Gatashun or Gatashun. As explained in later chapters, it will be clear that knowledge means to know matter and spirit, and the controller of both. Arjuna argued that religious principles should be given more importance than politics or sociology. But he did not know that knowledge of matter, soul, and the Supreme is even more important than religious formalities. He did not know that knowledge of matter, soul and super soul, Prakriti, Jeev and God. More important than religious formalities to know all these things. And because he was lacking in that knowledge, he should not have posed himself as a very learned man. As he did not happen to be a very learned man, he was consequently lamenting for something which was unworthy of lamentation. The body is born and is destined to be vanquished today or tomorrow. Therefore, the body is not as important as the soul. One who knows this is actually learned, and for him there is no cause for lamentation, regardless of the condition of the material body. Text 12, very powerful. How Krishna is defeating Mayavad. That time also Mayavad philosophy was there. Nate vaham jatu nasham, natang neme janadhipa, na chaiva na bhavishyama sarveva matah param. Na neva, tu but, eva certainly, aham, I, jatu, at any time, no, did not, asham, exist, no, not, tom, you, no, not, ime, all these, jana adhipa, king, jana means people, adhipa means leader, janadhipa means leader of the people, means kings, no, never, so also, eva certainly, no, not, bhavishyamo, in bhavishyat, in future, shall we exist. Bhavishyamo, in future, shall exist. Sarve vayam, vayam means us, sarva means all. Sarvam, all of us. Ataha param, thereafter, hereafter. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Here you can see so powerful knowledge. The first verse, Krishna's first verse, he said, we are lamenting for something that is not worthy for lamenting. That means body. One should lament for the owner of the body. So he is giving, just by first verse, he is telling there is something beyond this body. He is not telling what is that. There is something beyond this body. And you are not thinking about that, you are lamenting for the body. And the second verse here is telling that thing will never die. And we are actually that thing. Myself, you, and all the kings, all are that soul, not this body. So that is why if body destroy, soul will not destroy, never will die. Here, Maharaja said, oh, one day will become one. But here Krishna said, no, there never will happen like this. I cannot understand the Mayavadis, how can explain this verse? Here Krishna clearly said, no chaiva na bhavishyamo. Clearly, no chaiva. So, nor in the future shall we, any of us, cease to be. So our identity will be, always will be there. But the foolish impersonalist, they think one day soul will become super soul. In the Vedas, in the Katha Upanishad, sometimes you see in the Vedas, sometimes it is in the Katha Upanishad. Both are right. Because Veda means Katha, Katha means Veda. In Vedas, there are different books. In Katha Upanishad is one of the Upanishad. So if we say Vedas, if we say Katha Upanishad, is okay. As well as in the Shatashatar Upanishad, that is also Veda. It is said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the maintainer of innumerable. In terms of their different situations, according to individual work and reaction of work. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is also, by his plenary portions, alive in the heart of every living entity. Only saintly persons who can see within and without the same Supreme Lord can actually attain to perfect and eternal peace. Katha Nitya Nityanam Chetanos Chetananam. So many places Prabhupada quoted this. Nitya Nityanam. Nitya means eternal. One Nitya. And Nityanam, many Nityas. The Lord is Nitya and living entities are Nityanam. So many living entities. Chetanahas, Chetananam. Chetana, conscious. Krishna is conscious. Chetananam, all the living entities also conscious. Eko Bahunam jo vidadhati kama. Jo, though Nitya is one, though Chetan is one, but he fulfills vidadhati kaman, he fulfills desire of Bahunam. Nityanam is Bahu, plural number, Chetananam plural number. Though he is one, but he is fulfilling the desire of so many. Tam atmastham je nanupashyanti dhiras tisham shanti shashyati nitaresham tam atmastham je anupashyanti dhiras. So one should jo dhir, those who are dhir, sabar. Dhir means sabar means he should not be disturbed. Even in this situation, so many causes for disturbance, still he will not disturb. He is dhira. The same Veda, same Vedic truth given in Arjuna is given to all persons in the world who pose themselves as very learned, but factually have but a poor fund of knowledge. The Lord says clearly that he himself, Arjuna, and all the kings were assembled on the battlefield are certainly individual beings, and the Lord is eternally the maintainer of the individual living entities, both in their condition and in their liberated situation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the supreme individual person. And Arjuna, the Lord's eternal associate. And all the kings assembled there are individual eternal persons. It is not that they did not exist as individuals in the past, and it is not that they will not remain eternal persons. Their individuality existed in the past, and their individuality will continue in the future without interruption. Therefore, there is no cause for lamentation for anyone. Thank you very much. So we'll read from, I don't want to finish quickly, very important section this one. So nicely Prabhupada explained how to defeat the Mayavad here. So as we have some program there, the program is 1 hour late, that is from 5 o'clock. So by Krishna's arrangement, we got chance to read Tomorrow, this time, I will be in the flight. I could not give class. And also, day after tomorrow and Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be Prabhupada disabled class. And I will also be busy in some seminar in Calcutta. So next 3 days, I'll be absent. But class will continue. Prabhupada's lecture and Prabhupada's disciples lecture will continue. Don't miss this class. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Bhagavad Gita as it is. Gaur Premanand.